I remember like the inspector actually came out
Uh-huh.
and then he looked into our car
Uh-huh.
and then he went out and then he wears like gloves, white like white
What?
gown,
Oh my
like a
goodness.
lab coat. It's like
Wow.
when I was in North Korea, like I've seen cars and I thought it was a fascinating kind of thing where you
Uh-huh.
can actually drive a car. Like, yeah, so like the when I first came to America, the first thing that I really, really wanted to do is like actually like see if I can get a car and driver's license and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So um because I was like over 18,
Mm-hmm.
like I didn't have to like it the DMV didn't require me to actually get this training,
That's
right?
right. You didn't have to take driver's ed or
Yeah,
do
driver's
the training
ed.
with an instructor, right?
That's right. Yeah, I just needed to take the writing test,
Right.
and then I needed to go for the behind the wheel test.
Uh-huh.
You know, I struggled to actually pass the written test.
What? Wait, so
Yeah.
I know that there are options, at least now, because they've made things digital now, and you can pick a language you're going to take it in. Did you take it in Korean?
I think I took it both, like
Well,
English
interesting.
and Korean, and I failed both.
Oh, no.
Like I don't know like right turn, left turn, or like it's like
Uh-huh. Oh.
driving concept does not make sense to me.
Wow.
Right?
You know what? That is really interesting because you really haven't been in a car all that much.
Right.
In Korean or in English, right? So
Right.
like those like making a turn, like
Yeah,
우회전,
yeah,
좌회전, like
yeah,
those are very
wait.
special terms.
Right. And also like
Oh.
signs, right?
Mm.
And like a different signs. Like I did study a lot, right?
Uh-huh.
I did study a lot, but it just didn't stick with me.
Right, because you didn't grow up with that. Like
right.
when people study from the United States, like those are signs you saw since you were a little child walking
Right,
around.
because like your parents were to drive you
and-
around, and also like you're walking around and you see the signs and like, oh yeah, that's a stop sign. Oh yeah, that's like that's like a train pass or don't pass or no left turn, protected right turn, left turn, something like that.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So I don't know any of that,
Mm.
and I recall I failed at least like 2 times, like, and then you had to okay, so when you pay for the written license, like I remember, like you can take 3 times for free.
That is correct.
Right? And then the third time you fail, you have to pay like another like $70.
Right, it's like a
that.
whole new application process. Essentially, you have to start over. That's what it is.
Right.
I know this because my sister had to do this.
I see. So I was like, yeah, I pay for it, and then I failed like twice, and then the third time I was like, oh my gosh, if I fail this time, like I'm just gonna take a rest for a while. I don't need a license. I'm just gonna save up some more money, and it's okay. I'm gonna ride a bicycle. I went in, and then I passed it.
Third time.
Third time, yeah. So third time was the charm.
All right.
So I passed it in the third time, and then I've got the permit, right? The temporary permit, and then now I can actually drive the car. So with my white friend Kevin, he took me out, and then we went to the parking lot and with the old Toyota, and he taught me how to drive. And yeah, it was very fun. It was surreal moment of driving. I get to control a car, and I remember like when I was going on the highway, or no, it wasn't a highway. It was actually so I was driving down, and somebody was coming out. It's a T section, right? So I'm in the horizontal lane, and there is another guy coming out of a different lane. And I was very scared. I was like slowing down because like I don't know if that person was gonna hit me or something like that. And Kevin was telling me like, "Oh, have a benefit of the doubt. It's okay. That person, you have the right of way, so that person does not. So he has to wait." And then yeah, so I was like, I was literally slowing down, right? Because like I mean, I have the right of way.
Yeah,
like,
right.
But I was like slowing down. It was night too, so I saw the headlight and I got scared. That's why I slowed down. But he's like, "Yeah, don't slow down. You have the right of way. So like have a benefit of the doubt. So trust that guy. Just go."
Ooh, that's bad advice actually.
Right? It's like
it's actually bad advice. Yeah.
Benefit of the doubt. You never want to do that. Never want to do that. You want to be like sure when
No,
you're in
yeah.
a car.
I mean, driving defensively, like everyone out there is like out there to ram you. You know, that's how you're supposed to drive. I think, especially when you're starting out. But yeah, so what happened?
Well, yeah. So with the behind the wheel test, I passed it the first time.
Dang.
Yeah. So I did.
Okay, so you actually did not get T-boned that time that you were slowing down.
No, I didn't get T-boned. Yeah,
you
no,
were leading up to something there.
Yeah.
No, but, and then you passed it the first time.
I did. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So for my sister, actually, it was the behind the wheel test that was the trouble, not the written test.
Ah, gotcha.
And I passed the behind the wheel third time.
Oh,
passed them the third time.
I mean, you're trouble like driving in America too.
I mean, I didn't have that much experience. Like, first time I took it, I only had about like 10 hours of practice. So
yeah.
But
you know what it might have been, right? Because like they give you like points, like it's point based, right?
Right.
So with the automatic seatbelt, that's like already like 1 point, a plus 1 point.
You didn't. I mean, okay, you got that. The machine did that for you.
Yeah. Right? No, I feel like it was kind of like a barely passing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I don't. He didn't tell me like what point you got, but what
you don't get told that. I don't.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know what point I got, but I remember. So the car was very old and very dirty. It was like very trashy, like never cleaned. You know, there's like bottles everywhere.
Oh,
and it was
no.
like a water bottle and like a soda bottle.
And
like
you didn't
everywhere.
take that out before you take the test?
Because like my thought was like, oh, maybe like we'll just drive around and then like go back. But actually it's like, oh yeah, why don't we go? Yeah. And I don't think we had an appointment either.
Oh, you were just able to show up somehow?
Yeah, I think that's what I remember. Like, I didn't make an appointment for it. I think I just like showed up.
Oh, interesting. Well, maybe they had an opening.
I can't quite remember.
Okay, well, I mean, maybe you did.
Maybe I did. Maybe I did. But I just like, I just like didn't clean the car.
Oh,
but it wasn't my car either. It was Kevin's car.
It is weird.
And then I remember like the inspector actually came out. And then he looked into our car. And then he went out. And then he wears like gloves. White gown.
Oh my goodness.
Like a lab coat, It's like,
wow. He came back in a hazmat suit.
Yeah, it's like, oh, gross. But anyway, at that point I was like, oh, like the nunchi, right? I have the nunchi. I'm like, dang, that's already like lost 2 points right there.
Yeah.
I felt like that.
I see.
But thankfully, he actually let me pass.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I passed it in the first try.
Yeah, wow. I mean, Charles is a good driver. You are, as far as I can tell.
Thank you.
So, getting in your car, felt pretty safe.
Well, I used to drive Uber as well, and Uber left.
You used to drive professionally,
right? And also, I used to work as a driving instructor in Cupertino as well for like 3 months.
Okay.